You're picturing a black hood and a heavy axe, right? That's what the stories want you to believe, that I'm some brute, a monster who only lives for the swing of a blade. But the truth is, my day is filled with far stranger, and frankly, filthier duties. I'm the man they call to haul away dead animals, the one sent to collect taxes from prostitutes, and the first person the court turns to when they need a confession, by any means necessary. My official title is Master of High and Low Works, and trust me, it's the low works that truly define my life. Based on the diaries and records of real executioners, I'll show you what it's really like to be the most necessary and reviled man in the kingdom. Before we get our hands dirty, let us know in the comments what other unusual historical jobs you'd like to see. Your ideas help us decide which dark corners of history to explore next. And if you enjoy this trip into the past, consider subscribing for more. My day starts long before the sun hits the cathedral spires I'm forbidden from entering. The dawn air is cold, but the chill that really gets into your bones is the solitude. By law and custom, my house stands apart from the town, tucked away on the fringes so respectable folk don't have to look at it. My family and I are a stain they want to keep at a distance. My first job today has nothing to do with justice. A stray dog riddled with disease lies dead in the lane. It's my job to deal with it. I'm the town knacker, the guy who disposes of animal carcasses no one else will touch. It's one of my many bases oeuvres, my low works. These tasks, like clearing cesspools and managing the town latrines, are what really cement my status. They're a constant, foul-smelling reminder that my hands are seen as permanently unclean, not just from blood, but from the filth I have to handle. As I work, the town starts to stir. I hear merchants opening their stalls, the sounds of life. But for them, I'm invisible. Or worse, I'm too visible. A mother yanks her child's arm if I happen to walk by. Men look away. Being seen talking to the executioner could bring ruin on your own family. This isolation is my inheritance. My father was an executioner, and his father before him. We're a dynasty of outcasts, like the famous Sanson family who served Paris for generations. We marry within our own kind, because who else would have us? My children are turned away from schools. My wife is shunned at the market. The blood of an executioner in your veins makes you guilty too. I head home to wash the morning stench from my hands and check my tools. Not the axe or the sword, but the ropes and brands for a different kind of work. The court might need a confession today. The job is about more than death and filth. It's also about control. My next round takes me into the town's underbelly, to the places where other outcasts gather. Funny, isn't it? I'm the man no one will touch, so they send me to deal with everyone else. No one will touch. I'm the one who taxes the prostitutes and lepers. The city officials want the money, but they won't dirty their hands with it. So they send me. I walk through the alleys, and my presence is met with fear and resignation. The women in the brothels don't see a customer, they see a collector. They pay their fee, a coin for the right to exist on the margins, just like me. My authority here is total. I also oversee the gaming houses, making sure the city gets its cut from the vices it publicly condemns, but privately profits from. These duties bring in a steady income, often more reliable than the fees for executions, which aren't a daily event. This money gives my family a weird kind of comfort. We live better than many laborers, but we can't share any of the simple dignities they take for granted. My most feared duty, though, happens in the cold dungeons of the courthouse. I'm an interrogator. When a stubborn suspect won't confess, the magistrates send for me. They give the order, and I apply the question. It's a methodical, legal process. I'm not supposed to act out of malice. I'm a technician of pain. My knowledge of the human body, so useful for a clean execution, is used here to break a person's will without breaking their life. At least, not until the court says so. As I'm finishing my rounds, a court messenger finds me. He shoves a warrant into my hand, his own hand trembling, careful not to touch mine. The magistrate's wax seal confirms it. There's a haute oeuvre, a high work, to be done today. The document details the crime and the sentence. A highwayman convicted of robbery and murder. The court has ordered death by hanging, the common fate for thieves and murderers. If he were a nobleman, he'd get the sword. A faster, more honorable death. But this man is a commoner, and his death is meant to be a lesson. This warrant is my shield. It's the legal document that separates me from being a murderer. I'm not acting on my own. I'm an agent of the state, an impartial hand of justice. That's the theory, at least. The crowd doesn't usually see the difference. Time to prepare. And no, I don't own a black hooded robe. That's pure fantasy. I just wear durable dark clothing that's easy to move in and won't show stains. In many places, the authorities actually mark us, branding us or cutting our ears, to make sure everyone knows exactly who we are. Anonymity is a privilege I don't have. The procession starts at the jail. The condemned man is paraded through the streets, a priest at his side urging a final confession. This is all part of the ritual. An execution isn't a private act. It's a public show designed to be seen. It's a brutal play, and the whole town is the audience. Crowds line the streets, a mix of morbid curiosity, piety, and raw fear. They're here to see justice done and be reminded of what happens when you defy the king's law. We reach the scaffold in the town square. I climb the wooden steps, the prisoner shuffling behind me. I do my work with professional coldness. My movements are precise, honed by years of practice passed down from my father. I check the rope, the knot, the drop. There is no room for error. An executioner's reputation depends on his skill. If I were to fail, to botch the job and cause needless suffering, the crowd's fear could turn to rage. In some places, an executioner who takes more than 3 swings to sever a head could be sentenced to death himself. The work has to be clean, efficient. I place the noose over his head. I don't look him in the eye. I can't. I'm a functionary, a tool. The drum roll starts. The priest finishes his prayer. I wait for the magistrate's signal. The crowd goes silent. In this moment, I hold the power of life and death. Yet I am the least free man here. My whole life is defined by this single, terrible purpose. The signal is given. I pull the lever. The rope snaps taut. It's done. My day doesn't end when his life does. The body has to be taken down and disposed of as the court decreed. Then there's the cleanup. And finally, the quiet walk home. The crowd stares, now carrying a fresh layer of disgust. They got the spectacle they came for, and now they want to forget the man who gave it to them. I return to my home on the edge of town, the only place I'm not an outcast. Here, I'm a husband and a father. My eldest son watches me clean my tools. He's young, but he knows. He knows this trade will be his one day. He has no choice. Our name, like the Sansons in Paris or the Des Maurests, is both a birthright and a life sentence. It's a legacy of duty and infamy passed down through generations. My son will learn the anatomy of the neck, the tension of a rope, the weight of a sword. He'll learn the low works too, the filth and the taxes, and he'll learn the crushing weight of being utterly alone in a crowd. As night falls, I sit in silence. I've served justice, maintained order, and reinforced the power of the law. I've performed the tasks no one else would, from the gallows to the gutter. I'm essential, and I'm despised for it. That's the paradox of my life. I'm the hand that delivers the king's justice, but it's a hand that can never truly be clean. And tomorrow, I'll wake up and do it all over again.